Blues hit parade.
Roadkill blues. Kill them ISIS. Make them roadkill.
That's right.
You know.
Get a
shovel and start
one of those truckers to ride them over. You know.
You know they. If the Americans don't want to send troops in, as I said before, the double, triple the amount of airplanes we put in there, start bombing the hell out of them. They need to be really pushed out, and you got to do whatever you can. And the only problem is, the only thing I feel bad about is there's going to be some innocent people killed.
Well, unfortunately, in a war, there are always
victims.
Innocents who wind up getting killed through no fault of their own. I
wonder if they're like Al Qaeda and will they put the women and children in front of them so they don't get killed?
Well, I heard Saddam did a lot of that.
Yeah.
He hid behind women and children. His favorite place to hide would be in schools and hospitals.
Yeah, that's because the rest of the world is civilized. They try not to bomb hospitals and schools and stuff like that. That's true. Ladies and gentlemen, from all the excitement we've had before of the prank callers.
Excitement?
Oh, people didn't see how they were signing in and out of the chat room, the people. When I see that many people signing in simultaneously, I know we already know what it is.
Excuse my yawning, folks.
Probably the same group that did it last time. No, last time they were better at it, actually.
Tell you the truth, it happened so long ago, I don't even remember.
Well, it wasn't memorable, that's for sure.
Very
Ladies
true.
and gentlemen, we are here. We're talking about ISIS. We're talking about the United States. We're talking about the rest of the world who should be uniting together and getting rid of ISIS. The Arabs looks like some of the Arab nations are looking to get together. Right now it looks like it's Saudi Arabia, Egypt, and Jordan on one side. And then our buddies in Iran, they're fighting ISIS on behalf and next to the Iraqi soldiers. And then you got Shiite militia now fighting on the Iraqi government side.
I'm getting confused.
Yeah, well, the militias don't give a hoot about the government. They just want to get rid of ISIS before ISIS kills them. They want to get back whatever they had. It's a real mess there, and the sad part is all the kids that get involved and getting killed, and families getting separated, where the kids get kidnapped, and they either, like I said, marry them off, or they sell them as slaves, start brainwashing them young, and start training them to kill. What kind of life are they going to lead? I don't know.
There is no such thing as a normal life in that part of the world.
And then, of course, the only democracy in that area, well, actually, I can't say that anymore. One of the really working democracies, Israel, is, being criticized for wanting to eliminate the threat of Iran and the threat of nuclear weapons. And then Obama wants to see, what's his name, Netanyahu, not get elected again, and they contributed $300,000 to some group that is fighting, that's going against him. I don't know if you heard about that.
Who?
Obama supported some group with $300 and some kind of monies.
I don't know if he's allowed to do that. He can't support. Those are internal elections in Israel.
I didn't say they were allowed to. That's the controversy right now.
Who said that Obama supported them?
Who do you think?
Republicans?
Of course.
Well,
hey, listen, a lot of what they've been saying is becoming not true, unfortunately, which is scary. All of a sudden, they're finding the missing tapes from the IRS were not missing, and they're incriminating. And now we're missing tapes from Hillary. We don't know what there are, but there shouldn't be anything missing. Because who's she the one to determine what can be deleted or not?
Well, if, Hillary can't figure out a way to extricate herself from all this, she may not run. And if she doesn't run, all that simply means is that the Republicans are going to have a real easy win.
Well, again, we don't know exactly who's going to run on the Democratic side. There's a woman they're trying to get to run. Do you know her name?
Yeah. Elizabeth Warren.
That's the one.
But Elizabeth Warren doesn't have the money behind her, okay, and she doesn't have the support that Hillary does.
Well, guess what? If Hillary pulls out, a lot of the support will go to her.
Not necessarily.
Is she liberal?
She's, yes, ultra-liberal. She's the one that wanted to pass all that legislation about the banks. The banks are too big to fail,
Yeah.
She's made an enemy of Wall Street, that's for sure. But, there are too many people waiting around to pick up crumbs if Hillary decides not to run. You got Biden. You got Bernie Sanders. Not that he really has. He's got about as much of a chance as, what's his face? Lindsey Graham in South Carolina, the senator.
Yeah, but, if you listen to the Republicans, they don't think this will hurt her enough to pull her out of the race.
Well,
this is what the Republicans are saying, They're saying the people that support her are going to support her no matter what. And I'll give you a good example. Are you supporting Hillary?
Yeah.
Does all this nonsense make a difference to you?
I think she made it worse for herself by, not having a separate smartphone or cell phone or whatever to utilize for all of her State Department emails and stuff.
You don't need a separate phone. You can have two accounts on one phone.
Yeah, I know that. But I mean, it would have separated them, And who's going to go over 35,000? I mean, there were 55,000 supposed emails. Let's say 35,000 are identified as, pertinent emails between Secretary of State and certain people in her cabinet are okay. I mean, who's going to go through 35,000 emails and read them? I mean, you can't even get people to read through all the pages of Obamacare.
Exactly. Now, I heard the Senate and Congress got up to page 12 of page 4,000. they stopped there because already they found enough things they didn't like. They didn't have to go any further. Well, it's just, but my point is that people are not going to stop supporting Hillary.
No, they're not.
Because of that. And unless she really gets caught doing something really nasty, where she's going to, face, jail time or being charged on something really, really bad charges, people that support her will support her. People that don't still won't. And then you've got the undecided, the 20% that we don't know which way they'll go. That's what we're really looking at. The whole election is the purple states, the undecided. We know who's going to vote for the Republicans. We know who's going to vote for the Democrats.
Well, there aren't that many undecided. I mean, yes, there are people who would like Elizabeth Warren to run. I think Elizabeth Warren has a lot to offer. She doesn't have, first of all, she doesn't want the backing in Wall Street that Hillary has. That's part of what Elizabeth Warren would say is part of the problem. Okay? That Hillary has too many ties to Wall Street and big money, But without Wall Street and big money, you don't have the means by which to fund a presidential run.
Well, that's why I'll go back to having no personal funds going for any office, that the government should allot a certain amount that you can spend. And
well, if people were to check off the box and donate $1, when they file their income tax every year, and not take any outside money, from no PAC whatsoever,
just make it, I hate to be so harsh, make it illegal. Each candidate gets whatever amount of money, each candidate gets a certain amount of airtime, and that's the end of it.
It's not really harsh when you think about it. I mean, you go back to Citizens United, and Romney making his stupid statement saying that the corporations are people too, just limit everybody to, a certain amount of money, and that's it. And then if you utilize all that money before the election, then you have nothing left, I remember when McCain was running, it was very funny because Obama had just finished renting airspace for a half hour, for 30 minutes on Channel 4, NBC. And McCain and Sarah Palin were appearing on Saturday Night Live. And he said, if I had the money, you think I'd be doing this? For 2 minutes here and a minute here?
Well, that's why I said give everybody the same exact equal amount of airtime. Give everybody the same amount of money. Have a certain amount of debates, whatever's agreed on. And that's it. Everybody gets a fair share. Everybody gets the same amount of time to bring out their ideas and convince the public to vote for them. No PACs, no...
Or maybe we should do what they do in England. I mean, here we have, we drag these things out for months and months. In England, there's a 3-month period. I don't know if it's 3 months or only 3 weeks. I really don't remember. But there's a certain amount of time that's allotted for campaigning. And after that, that's it. There is no more.